Are you worried about a massive increase in building material costs because of what Donald Trump just did, putting tariffs on Canada and Mexico of 25%? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you why a lot of that actually could just be a bunch of BS. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the bell to be notified every time we drop a new video. If you remember back in 2021 and 2022, there was a massive increase in building materials and labor costs. A lot of that actually still exists today. And it was all supposedly due to COVID shutdowns, supply and demand. Everything went away because nobody was working, right? I'm going to show you how I proved how a lot of that is not actually true. So for all of you in the building industry, I want you to look at this whole thing and I want you to do some research. So don't get scared by all this. Yeah, are we going to see something over the next couple of months? I'm sure there's going to be something until we get this all worked out, ironed out. But don't freak out about this. Trump proposes additional 25% tariff on Canadian softwood lumber. So on the Canadians, right? Which, you know, some of it, I guess, comes from there. Some of these numbers are very skewed. You know, they're saying, okay, plus the 14% duty rate already in place. It's going to increase nearly 40%, right? And then you see in here, it says, you know, between Canadian and Mexican goods, more than 70% of imports of these two essential materials, which is lumber and drywall, come from the two companies. Okay, so again, you can make this math work so many different ways. And remember, we're talking about Main Street Media is putting this out. And I know this publication comes from the National Association of Home Builders. I don't know how liberal or conservative they are specifically, but I know that, you know, when news goes out, you never hear good news, right? You never hear, oh yeah, everything's going great, right? Unless you hear it from this new administration. I think that's where we're seeing the majority of good news actually happening that we have not heard in many, many years. So when things get to Main Street Media, this is the bullshit that you see. So if you go and do a little bit of research, I did a Google search. Who are the top 10 largest producers of softwood lumber in the world in order 1 to 10? Number 1, United States. Everyone's saying Canada's number 1. Also seeing Russia's number 2. I've seen other ones that Russia's number 1. So I just do this, right? Then you just kind of go in, look at a couple of these. This is from March 22nd, 24. So this, whatever this is right here, won't affect anything that's happening today because this was from nearly a year ago. You come in here and you look, wood producing countries in the world, United States number 1, China, Russia, Canada's number 4. You can go into this even deeper, look at softwood, timber, which that's basically where a lot of our construction material comes from. Number 1 is the United States. You can come into another one right here. I'm not going to go into too many of these, but just do a little bit of research. Number 1, United States. This one shows Canada, number 2, Russia, number 3. So when you're not in the current time of Main Street Media trying to scare everybody and freak everybody out, and you do a little bit of research, you'll see that what Donald Trump is saying is very true. Yeah, can we increase production? Can we stop, you know, exporting some of our lumber to other countries and keep it inside so that we can make up for the difference of what we're not getting from Canada? Yeah. So, I mean, some things are going to change here. So I'm going to challenge you on is, you know, coming back to this initial publication here from the National Association of Home Builders is this. You're going to see a lot of different people, drywall, lumber, who knows? We're going to probably see other things where contractors, suppliers are going to tell you, oh yeah, there's this massive rate hike. And what I want to challenge you on is challenge them. Say to them, I want you to show me proof that you're getting our whatever material, lumber, drywall, whatever it is. It's coming from one of those countries that are being heavily tariffed, and it's not coming from right here in the U.S. Show me the proof of that. They're like, oh, I can't. I'm not the one that directly buys. Well, why don't you challenge your supplier? And the reason why I'm saying this is because over the past couple of years, since 2020, what was it, 21, 22, when we saw a massive hike of lumber or materials overnight, because of COVID, when we saw all that, everybody was just taking advantage. Like there was literally, screws are getting higher, like glue, like you name it, everybody was just saying something about everything, an excuse to raise prices. A lot of it is bull. And I'm going to tell you how I know this is because we went deep, talked to a lot of different contractors, a lot of different suppliers, and we had many of them tell us that a lot of this is false. Our prices, there may have been a slight change, but it's not anything of what these people are saying. So we found a lot more honest contractors and suppliers by challenging people, talking to different people about, their pricing. HVAC, for example. I'll just give you an example. We have people pricing out our HVAC that are anywhere from $17,000 to $22,000 on a house. The contractor that we're using is $12,000. Same material, same labor, same quality, nothing else is compromised. So why is one able to do it with a profit at $12,000 and the other ones are $17,000 to $21,000? Oh, actually more. There was actually one that was nearly $30,000. It was not the same apples to apples. It was actually a Train. It was Train versus Lennox. So Train always is a lot more expensive. My point to this whole thing is go and talk to people and find out what's real and what's not. You're going to find out who's honest and you're going to find out who's taking advantage. So I'm just going to challenge you to that. Hopefully, again, I'm sure that we're going to see some type of adjustment over the next couple of months until we get all this ironed out, because maybe things were directly coming. Well, you can't just stop on a dime and it stops coming from here and it starts coming over here. There's going to be a transition period with some of the things, but I just want you to challenge these contractors and suppliers. Don't let them just say whatever. I'll give you another example. Drywall. Last week, saw something from one of the suppliers talking about some ridiculous increase. It was, I don't remember what it was, like 20% or something. I talked to my supplier, my main supplier, and he said, no, that's all BS. If it happens at all, it's not even sure that it's going to happen, meaning an increase, that it would be a maximum of 2%. I don't remember how he put it, but when I did the math on it, it was less than $1 more per board. It was like 92 cents more per board maximum if it does increase. So that is nowhere near that 20% that this other supplier was saying. I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below. I want to know your thoughts on what you plan to do about these price increases. Look, your thoughts and comments make these videos better, so don't hold back. If you're looking to become a home builder, or you're already a home builder, but you're looking to become more profitable and efficient, reach out to me at info@homebuildingbp.com and let's see how I can help you reach your goals. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel by just hitting that little subscribe button. Also, hit the bell to be notified every time I drop a new video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.